I'm very tired, but this is important. Watch this video, then we'll talk.
Suspected of burning down a massive warehouse in Ontario could be arraigned as early as tomorrow. 29-year-old Shamel Abdul Karim of Highland has been charged with several counts of felony arson. Investigators say he appears in a video posted on social media starting the fire and complaining about low pay. Today, we spoke with one of the warehouse workers who had to evacuate the facility and knew the suspect.
There was so much chaos and noise. He'd come in, complain about how work was, and then he'd be like kind of acting like, oh, you're my friend, so, you know, we're going to talk about it like friends together. But it's like, no, you don't come to work with those intentions and then ruin everyone's life.
The 1.2 million square foot mega warehouse was destroyed earlier this week.
Damn, look at that shit.
A warehouse fire happening right now. You can see those large black plumes of smoke billowing out of what we're learning is a warehouse. This is at Global Warehouse Solutions. It is located in the area of Northwest 47th Avenue and 207th Drive. This is in the Miami Gardens area, and we are receiving word that it is not far from the Turnpike, but you can see this appears to be just visually a very serious situation right now and potentially a very expansive fire. We can see those red flames in the background being covered by huge black billows of smoke. Information is very limited at this time, but Chopper 4 is giving you just an aerial perspective of this situation right now.
Now, I'm not going to say that it's a trend. I'm not going to say that something specifically happened, allegedly. But my goodness, there are an awful lot of warehouses that are just catching fire. Now, here's what I actually want to say about this. What I actually want to say about this is that there are so many people that are making so many think pieces online right now about how we shouldn't, that are speaking out about how angry they are, that at least the first person allegedly lit this warehouse on fire, that somebody else allegedly threw a Mazel Tov cocktail at the home of one of the billionaires that are ruining this planet and ruining so many lives across the world. People are upset because we have been taught that violence is not the answer by the people that have been the most violent towards us. And for some reason, we are still holding on to the truth that their idea of truth, that we have been force-fed to believe that it is our truth. And then we have claimed it as our truth. It's not actually, but we have claimed it as such. Imagine the most violent nation in the world that raped, pillaged, brutalized their way across North America, telling folks, hey, violence isn't the answer. But so many people have taken it as their own and have actually gotten mad at folks who are realizing that you can really only, once you run out of water and once you run out of signs and once you run out of pussy hats and once you run out of words and no king's protest, once you run out of all of that, you realize that you can only fight fire with fire. Fire at that point will only listen to fire. And I just want to take a couple moments to remind all of us about what this person said when they allegedly did what the powers that be think that he did. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. All you had to do is pay us enough to live. A feasible request for people that are working a job. Now, I've heard from like different media sources to like folks online that so he's going to be back in court early next month. I think it's supposed to be like May 6th is supposed to be his hearing, something like that. People are saying that they're trying to throw the book at this guy, from what I've heard across. Now, are they actually going to try and make an example out of this person? I don't know. My name is just Shayna. We will have to find out early this month. But why am I bringing this up in this context? Watch this video and then we will talk.
Just turn around and don't look is what bosses told Amazon workers about their coworker's lifeless body. It lay there for over an hour and Amazon tried everything to keep the death from being made public. Let's get into it. So a worker died at an Amazon warehouse in Oregon on April 6th. But instead of letting employees help, managers told them to look away and get back to work. A new investigation by the Western Edge broke the story 1 week later. Now, one worker saw the body on the floor. A woman ran over and started giving chest compressions. The worker knew CPR and wanted to help, but a supervisor said no. Only management or the safety team could help. The bosses told the workers to turn around, not to look, and to get back to work. And for hours, managers did not tell most workers that someone had died. Staff were sent home at the end of their break, and anyone who knew about the death had to keep working for several more hours. The body stayed on the floor for over an hour. Now, workers were later offered counseling and unpaid time off through an employee app, but one worker noticed that they were not paid for a full shift after being sent home early. The man who died was called a tote runner. His job was to move large plastic bins to a cart, and it's very physical work, and his cause of death is still currently unknown at the time of this video. Now, workers at the warehouse also said soundproof material blocked airflow and made the building too hot as well. In 2019, a local newspaper called it a dangerous warehouse. Amazon has faced similar complaints like this before. A 2024 Senate investigation accused the company of pushing speed over safety, and Amazon denied it at the time. The company has also fought off lawsuits about worker deaths, and most cases have ended in Amazon's favor. This just goes to show you that these jobs do not care about us. For a worker to die and then to be told while your coworker's lifeless body is on the floor to get back to work and turn around shows the system that we are currently living under and shows why we need a better system.
My friends, my Romans, my countrymen, folks are angry at the wrong things. Folks are very angry at the wrong things. You're angry about a building being burned down. You're angry about a couple $1 million in damages where nobody was injured. You're angry at, oh no, I just wish that this wasn't burned down. There might have been another way to go about this. Da 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 da. Oh, we shouldn't be throwing things at people. We shouldn't be throwing handmade whatever. That person died in a warehouse, and everyone around them were both not allowed to help them and then forced to continue working, some while also being unpaid. Unpaid time off. Some people did not get as you heard. If folks want to I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm not telling anybody what to do. In a system that is so obviously violent towards you, especially if you were living in that system, in a system that is so obviously violent, I have less and less understanding of the folks who are saying, oh, we don't need to respond in kind. This is what these systems have proven they could get away with. They've proven they could get away with this. This is literally slave labor. In the same way that enslaved people had to work next to the bodies of their loved ones that just passed out from overworking, from exhaustion, from disease, from whatever. They just had to keep picking cotton, just had to keep cutting sugar cane. You can't bury your dead. You can't mourn your dead. You can't sue anybody because slavery. Huzzah! We're here. Have been for a while. Too many folks are not angry enough. And a lot of the ones that happen to be approaching that right level of angry, not angry at the right things. Because that man, in my opinion, that man should not be in jail. That man should not be in jail, and there's a lot of warehouses that are still perfectly fine. A lot of data centers that are perfectly fine. I'm not telling anybody to do anything. Please don't go say, oh, Shay told me to. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that, let me figure out what I'm saying. There is a beast that folks are living with that wants to kill them and eat them. I don't know if you heard that. My fridge just turned on. Patting it on the head, giving it colorful stickers, calling it by another name, putting it in a box of plastic in the corner, and saying, we're just going to review. We're just going to train you to not do the thing that you were created to do. That's not going to work with this beast. Folks are a community, are a school of bleeding fish in the ocean with sharks. There's a lot more of you than there are of them, but a lot of y'all are bleeding. A lot of us are bleeding. Now, there's no way to sweet talk a shark into not doing what a shark was made to do. And yes, there are fish that are bleeding, and yes, a decent amount of fish may or may not make it out of this okay. But do you want to go belly up, or do you want to fight for your life? And a cardboard sign against a shark, that's not fighting for your life. These are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments. Stay safe out there.